Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi Uniisyan, welcome to the English Talk where we're going to discuss about anything about what's happening in this world, whether in the past or in the present, especially in the context of Islam. Well, I am your host Rasya and today we have Zein. How are you, Zein?
Fine, absolutely. And how about you?
Me too, I'm great.
Good.
Well, today we're going to discuss about the phenomenon that is quite viral. About a couple weeks ago, we heard the news about groups of people changing the sentence, one sentence of the Adzan from Hayya alasshola to Hayya alal Jihad.
All right.
And while they were sounding the Adzan, they raised their weapons, their sharp weapons. As we all know that Jihad means holy war that our prophets did in the very past. And we can say that this group of people provoke the other Muslim to do the Jihad again. What do you think about this phenomenon?
Like, this phenomenon is a quite common phenomenon. But looking at these issues, where we can see that this is, a trending issues, and, that we can, we heard from mouth to mouth, and then we can see from Instagram and other social media. And first time when I got this, really got a shock. And when I go to YouTube, when I went to the YouTube and then shared it, wow, it's really strange, right? According me, in my view, that this is, first times occur in the history of human life, but today it was, right? So yes, it's kind of a confrontation that people, try to do it. And I think we don't need to join, right, doing such thing, because it's not only one community, but it also followed by other communities. And the strange thing, the more strange is that while they're changing Hayya alasshola to Hayya alal Jihad, they raise their hand by holding a sword and a weapon, maybe, or kind of the attribute that we obviously can see that is wow, yes, that's why it has really become a trending issue, timely.
Yes.
All right. And how do you think first time you got this issues, got this news?
The first time I knew this issue was actually when you told me to watch the video on YouTube. And at the very first time I got a little bit shocked, and it's confusing. The video was confusing for me because I have never heard, I have never seen this kind of thing. Someone changing, not someone, it's bunch of people changing.
Yes, right.
The sentence of Adzan.
That's right, yeah.
It's strange for me.
It's a quite news.
Well, is that allowed in Islam to change the context of Adzan? Because Rasulullah never taught that, right?
Yes, I deal with you. I agree with you that our Prophet Muhammad SAW never changed when Bilal do it, right? When Bilal did it, and every times. So that's why when I try to highlight on these issues, and I have to comment, I have to respond to these issues, and not only me personally, but others people, like cleric say that there was, say this is bid'ah munkar, right? And it is unlawful, it is forbidden in Islamic, and even it is against the Islamic teaching, Islamic values, because it's never practiced in the history of when the life of Prophet Muhammad, right? And even at that time of Prophet Muhammad doing war, right? And it never practiced at that time to to change it into Hayya alal Jihad.
Oh yeah, I
right?
see.
And
I agree.
and I think if you know that the history of it, so it never, right?
Yeah.
In many literature, we never found kind of this issues.
Yes.
But today, people make it something new.
And that's happened in Indonesia.
Right. So all the cleric said and did not agree with, right? Okay, with this. So you don't need to join, I think, right? Because it's very, very dangerous.
Yes, of course.
So, you don't need to trap into, well, I want to follow and doing jihad and war. So just be careful, right? Just
Yeah.
focus on your study. All right, I think though.
It's a different thing with changing the lafal of the dua to Indonesian and changing the salat readings to Indonesian. Why the dua can be changed to Indonesian but the salat
That's
cannot?
why I would say that this is one of the example. So something the unchanging things that it could be part or include of salat, right? Because it is the fixed thing, right? The unchanging thing that you could not change, and it is the sharia that you have to take for granted. You might not try to change it in every situation, right? And everywhere you are. And the changing things like dua, right? So you can try to practice as you can, just dua by your own languages, because it is part of the changing thing. I mean, in Islamic teachings, there will be a dispensation. Yeah, if you don't know, if you can't recite in Arabic, you can try to do dua by your own languages, right? Okay. Just Allah, I think Allah knows. I do believe that Allah knows what you want, what you wish in your heart. So even though you don't need to, voice your dua, and you pray, you make a dua in your heart, and God knows, right? So this is the unchanging thing and the changing thing, right?
Oh, okay.
So usuliyah and usul and furuq, right? So okay, that's it.
Okay. Back to the Adzan Jihad again.
All right, good.
Well, in the past, Rasulullah also did the jihad, but why nowadays it becomes so sensitive?
Yes.
It's become so sensitive. Why?
Yes, more sensitive, something like that, right? Okay. In the past, that Rasulullah did not practice, began doing war, doing jihad, right? And this, the unbeliever who began first, right? That's why then our Prophet Muhammad. But then, our Prophet Muhammad, had regulation, right? In terms of how doing war, doing jihad. So the regulation is, he proclaims not to kill women, not to kill elders, not to kill baby and children, and as well as not to destroy everything like plane and exam. So that's why it is, our Prophet Muhammad reflect, a good attitude, right? And reflect that, Islam rahmatan lil alamin, right? To all people. That's why a region of peace, right?
No,
Love, peace. Okay, that's it. But in today's times, in coming to the next period. So from time to time, people have such a different idea, right? They easily to kill others people which have such a different belief, right?
Perception.
Yeah,
Yes.
perception, and then they try to commit suicide and like a body bombing in other place, and then they try to destroy, church.
Oh yeah.
And well, I
Bombing.
think that is something which is again the Islamic values, Islamic teaching, right? Like well, like the changing of Hayya alasshola to Hayya alal Jihad, right? It invited people. There will be an indication that it is invite people to do jihad, right? And it's quite strange while they're holding,
The
sword,
weapons,
right? When we look at this, so it is, it was kind of, inviting people to, to do jihad. But that's not what we mean by jihad, right? So we have to know jihad in, we have to know, Islam, right? Contextual, right? So if you just reading textually and you neglecting or deleting the contextual thing, so you just know from this, and then you try to practice it. So it is something wrong, right? So this is what happened then. So you have to open-minded, right? Learn from everything. Do not just think and consider that your community is based on the God will, but then at the same time you try to judge others' community as, because different views from you, from your belief, and then they are wrong, they're making mistake, and then you try to and allow you to kill them. So this is wrong, right?
Yes. Agree.
Okay.
And I think it's already different era to do the jihad. Yes, we have to know the contextual meaning of the jihad, not just the textual.
Yes, right.
I agree with you.
So the biggest jihad in our modern context is, again, our desire, what we call our hawa nafsu, right? Even our Prophet Muhammad also said that, again, our desire. And the second thing is that, seeking knowledge, seeking science, right? For prosperity, for prosperity of human life in our life, right? Like you would study in these universities for the sake of future life and for the better life, or others people that can give good advantages. So this is part of jihad.
Oh,
Right?
oh yeah.
When
I
you
see,
die,
I see.
no, I wish not you die. Right? So when you die, it means God guarantee you to the heaven, right? So something like that, right? If you have a pure intention, all right?
Okay.
That's it. I think that's all for my own, comment to this issues.
Thank you for our discussion today
Okay.
about this very trending topic
Trending topic.
in the context of Islam. I hope you all can get new insights and the points that Zein already told us about. And don't forget to always stay tuned on our Unicom's inspiring and empowering channel. Like, comment, and subscribe below. And see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.